Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be making a popular Indian dish, spicy chicken vindaloo. So, chicken vindaloo. This is a flavorful dish, you guys. This is probably not going to be the most traditional. This is probably what you'd find in most restaurants, but you'll be making it from home. And I'm making mine extra spicy. And I have been accused of being a bit of a lunatic when it comes to spice. But you can scale it down. You can totally scale it down, and we will get into that. But I am really looking forward to doing this because I'm loving a good spicy chicken vindaloo. So let's get to it. All right, so as you see, we have about roughly a pound and a half of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And all we're going to do is just chop these into bite-sized chunks. All right, it's now time to turn our attention to our marinade. So as for spices, I have here about 1.5 teaspoons of Kashmiri chili powder. I have a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of ginger, a teaspoon of coriander, a teaspoon of tumeric, a teaspoon of mustard powder, half a teaspoon of uh, cumin, and about a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So we're just going to add all of this to our bowl. Next, we're going to go in with about 6 cloves of garlic, which I've already minced up. We're then going to go in with a half a cup of white distilled vinegar. All right, now we're just going to whisk everything together. Okay, we have our diced chicken. All we're going to do now is just add our marinade. We're also going to go down with some salt and pepper. Now we're just going to get in there and get our chicken nice and combined with that marinade. Okay, so we're gonna throw our chicken in the fridge to marinate for at least 2 hours, or if you can, overnight. We also have this is the bowl where we made our marinade initially. We are not going to discard this. This is going to help to make our chicken vindaloo nice and saucy. So do not discard this. Throw this in the fridge, and I'll show you what we're going to do with it. All right, it's time to chop up our veggies. I got one yellow onion. We're just going to chop up. And now for our peppers. I am using these beautiful habaneros, thanks to a friend of mine who gave them to me from her garden. And you can use, if you're too much of a whim, I'm joking, by the way, you can use serrano or you can use jalapeno. But as I say, lunatic when it comes to spice. So we're just going to chop these up. All right, let's get to sauteing our veggies. I have a pan over medium heat. Gonna add some olive oil. And we're just going to cook them down for about 4 minutes until they soften. All right, now it's time to go down with our marinated chicken. Okay, so you see our chicken's nice and cooked. We're going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon of tomato paste. Stir that in. Now I've added a half a cup of water, roughly a half a cup, to the marinade, the remaining marinade that we made earlier. So I'm just going to add that. All right, so this vindaloo is going to get nice and saucy. We're just going to reduce the heat and let it cook for about 20 minutes. All right, it's time to plate up. I've had some basmati rice cooking in my rice cooker, so just going to put a layer of that down. Then we'll add our vindaloo. And there we have it, my friends, spicy chicken vindaloo. Let me know if you give this a try or if you have tips on how to make it even spicier. If you're a nut job like me, I will see you next time.